In this video, guys, we're going to do a little experiment that shows why risk management is so important. Stay tuned. Hey guys, well, welcome to you. Okay, so risk management, pretty key, but why? This little experiment, this example, we're going to see why. Scientifically proven why risk management is so important. So we know as traders that we want to have a probability of success, i.e. a win rate as high as we can, and we would like to have the risk reward ratio as high as we can. In other words, we want to win kind of 2 times, 3 times, 10 times the amount we do when we lose, and we'd like to be winning that regularly. So perfect world, both of those high. But we also know that it can work both ways, right? You can have a win rate of say 10%, say 1 in 10 trades work, but if you're making 50 times the money you lose every time you win, you know that you're going to make money over time. So it's that kind of balance that we have as traders. So, and we see kind of hedge fund managers as well, or big traders who say, listen, my win rate is like 40%, but I make a killing on the times I'm right. And you see at the other end of the scale, HFT type guys who are, winning 98% of the time, but they're taking, small amounts, and it's probably either losing, maybe they're losing, twice as much as they are when they win, but it doesn't matter because the win rate's so high. So it's adjusting that. It's like casino as well, isn't it? The casino does exactly the same thing. They say, okay, odds of success are this, odds of payout is this, and we know that if we keep doing that, we'll make money. So let's have a look at this hypothetical strategy. So our trading strategy has a 50% chance of success. What does that mean? It means that it wins 50% of the time, it loses 50% of the time. It doesn't talk about the order of magnitude of win or loss, just whether it's a win or a loss. Then we look at the actual risk reward ratio. So in this case, when we lose $500. When we win $1,000. We've got 2 to 1 risk reward ratio here. In other words, if we keep playing this, we are going to make money. If we play this game indefinitely, we're going to make a lot of money because we've got a 50% chance of success and we make twice as much when we're right than we do when we're wrong. Brilliant, brilliant. If you have this strategy, you would trade it all day long, every day, every time you had that edge, we had that occurrence. And if someone came up to you in the street and said, okay, we'll play this for $5 and $10, and we've got a coin here and it's a perfect normal coin, you'd sit there and you'd play that until the guy ran out of money. Okay, so you've got this scenario. Now, let's have a look at why risk management is so key. Let's say we've got this, win 1,000, lose 500. Really good strategy, nice 50% strategy, good risk reward ratio, solid. We trade that all day, every day. We've got a $5,000 account and we're risking $500. So our risk per trade is 10% of the account. Now we go to a $10,000 account, it's 5%, $25,000 account, it's 2%, $50,000 account, we're risking 1% of our capital per trade because the risk per trade is $500 and that's the percentage of that. So what would happen now if we executed this strategy? Let's have a look. On the laptop, I've got a coin randomizer. It basically tosses a coin for you randomly over an amount of times that you want. You can select it and it will give you the result. So let's have a look now. All right, so I've got this coin randomizer and you can select how many times you toss the coin, and I decided to select 100 coins, and you can select the coin type as well just for fun so it looks graphical, and you can see here I've selected British pound. So we flip the coin 100 times and we see what happens. Now that's kind of referencing the fact that this could be, let's say you're doing 10 trades a month. Let's say you're doing 10 trades a day if you're day trading, whatever it is. But we want to see what would happen. And if we assume then that, one of them was a loser, one of them was a winner, say heads was a winner. Let's say heads was a loser and tails was a winner, for example. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what it is. How long will we survive with this strategy? So if we're risking $500 on our 10%, what actually happens? Well, if I'm scrolling through here and I'm trying to look to see if we've got a spell of winners and losers in a row, we've got a pretty unfortunate run here. In fact, if we went with tails, let's say tails was our loser, we've got a run here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losers in a row, which is pretty unfortunate because if we had 8 losers in a row, we would be down to $4,000. And then after that, you get a winner, then you get a loser, then you get a loser, then you're out of the game. So even with this great strategy, the fact that just a coin toss, and this is a randomized coin toss, just the coin toss shows you that even with that, you can have a string of losers that can wipe you out. Now, if you look at that and say, okay, we don't need to go into the maths thing. I think I've kind of proved the point straight away already, guys. You know, we can see that we're down to 4,000, then we had a winner back, and we lost again another 4 in a row, and we're out of the game. So regardless, we've got a great strategy that we know over time is going to make us an absolute killing. We're not even in the game long enough to play it because of normalized, randomized coin toss. And I bet if I did it again, if I flipped it again, we'd probably have a similar kind of thing. I'm just scrolling through to see what we've got here. I've got 6 in a row now. I've got 7 in a row, 7 heads in a row. You can see on that one there, 7 heads in a row. You know, it's only a matter of time before you're going to get 8 in a row. And then, you know, who knows what's after that. Maybe you've got 7 in a row, 1 winner and 1 loser. The point is, it's a normal occurrence to have, you know, 7 or 8 losers in a row when you've got a 100 coin toss. And, you know, I've not even done this very many times. I guess if you did this multiple times, the chances of it having a sequence of 10 is probably reasonably high. The point is this, guys, is that you know that if you are tossing a coin randomly, and we've got a randomized thing, and you've got a strategy 50%, you are going to have 7, 8 losers in a row at some point. It might be when you start the system. Okay, some of you are arguing, well, you know, I might be up already before I have that. And yes, hopefully you will be. And, you know, you hope that the system won't just start off on a loser, but you could start 8 where you could have 8 coin tosses in a row that go against you straight off. You'd consider that unlucky, but it's not abnormal. It's not to be unexpected. And then you're out of the game. You don't have opportunity to make any of it back because you've lost your pot. Whereas if you were trading with a larger account size and you were risking less, let's say you're risking 2%, 1%, who cares if you're down 5 grand at one point? You know that if you keep trading 5 winners in a row, which probably will come, 8 winners will come in a row at some point. If 8 losers are going to come, 8 winners are going to come, you're going to get that back and more. And the odds of success are negated by the fact that you're winning more than you're losing. So you can stomach these losers because it's such a little compared to your pot. So it's finding that sweet spot. And I know there's some people, and of course, one of them is going to say, well, we don't want to trade too small because what's the point? What's the point in making like 0.1%? You know, we want to make some money out of it. So you know, that's the commercial decision for you to make as a trader. You want to find the sweet spot between, let's say here, and I'll probably put another one here of $1 million. And you want to find the sweet spot of, you know, risking a decent enough capital that it makes sense. You know, you don't want to make 500 quid on $1 million. It's kind of not worth the risk. Or it's not worth the time and effort you're putting in. But, you know, making £500 per trade on, say, 25, is that reasonable? What about if you get 10 losers in a row? You're down 5k, can you stomach that? You probably can, but then, you know, what's the problem? What's the chance of you going bust completely? Maybe if we did 1,000 coin tosses, maybe if it was over kind of a 20-year period and you were doing this, it might not be so pleasant. Who knows? And there's a sweet spot. The point of the video is this, guys, and I'm sure you've grasped it already, is that even if we've got a 50% chance of success and even we've got a decent risk-reward ratio, then we have to have a low risk on our portfolio size or account size to make it work. Otherwise, we are just down to luck at some point, and it comes, you know, we could just have a spell of bad luck and we could be out of the game. So if you've got a good strategy out there, make sure that you aren't trading it too aggressively in too much size, because then you're relying on luck to keep you in the game, and literally just bad luck, like we just saw, a run of 8 heads in a row or a run of 8 losers in a row could wipe you out. Or 10 losers in a row would theoretically be that 500, wouldn't it? But 8, then we had 1, then we had another 4, whatever it may be, wiped us out. So keep that in mind, guys, and remember that even if you've got a good strategy, you've got risk-reward ratio, the risk management is so key to longevity in the game. Take care. Bye-bye.